Okay. All right, you guys, I'm back. My signal got cut off, but we are going to talk just a little bit about love spells, love magic, what they are, and then we're going to go into what the planetary energies are for manifesting things that you want. So, whenever I talk to people, there are a wide variety of love workings, and we're talking about reconciliation. We're talking about attracting a new person to you, and we're talking about um, we'll save self love for later, but really primarily if you are looking to bring someone new into your life, or maybe you're looking to bring about an older relationship or a flame that may have died out, and you're trying to reconciliate that into your life. So number one, first and foremost, timing is very important. How the relationship separated and what needs to be done in order to bring that person back to you. A lot of you are familiar with doing spiritual work on Friday, and I'm just curious. Hi, everybody! I see everybody joining. Oh my goddess, thank you so much. I'm just very curious. How many of you have done love work, love workings, reconciliation spells? If you have, I want you to press number one. I just want to get an idea of who's kind of familiar with this before I go into the actual ritual and some of the things that you have done. Hi, Philip. Hi, Lita. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. Hold on. I'm going to adjust my... I got to let Luna out the room. And then I'm going to adjust my camera because... Okay, come on, baby girl. A lot of you know Luna's the cat. We're going to adjust my camera, and then we're going to get into some of the herbs, oils that I love for spell work. And then most importantly, a lot of people are familiar with Friday night being associated with love magic. But what if I told you, yeah, Friday night is good for doing love spells, but you may want to coordinate that with planetary energies. It doesn't end, or it doesn't start with just doing your love spells on Friday night. What if the person that you are trying to reconcile with is their sun sign or moon sign is correlated to a different day or night of the week, and doing your spell on that particular day or night can facilitate bringing them back into your life a lot sooner. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, and Coach Kayer is going to go over some specific days, nights, and timing for these spells to really have the love that I think everybody wants. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think everyone wants to have a very happy and healthy relationship. Do you agree? All right, let's see if we can get Kayer. Hi, hey, Kayer. Okay, so he's in the house. We're going to try to add him really quickly to this live. Give me 1 second. I see you, Kayer. Let me, there we go. Yay. And I'm going to adjust my camera. You guys know I'm a one-woman show here, so bear with me. All right, so someone's saying, oh, so Wednesday, hold on. Hey, Kayer. Good to see you.
What's up?
I'm just reading. I'm just reading really quickly. Cassandra says, "Oh, so Wednesday I did light my candle on Wednesday this week." Okay, I'm not sure which candle you're referring to, Cassandra. I know you came to the workshop, so if you're talking about the green candle, that was a prosperity workshop, which was the full moon, so that's totally different. But what I'm referring to right now is love magic. But we'll get into your particular candle from Wednesday as well. Kayer, thank you. I see you over there lighting candles, dressing candles, writing on candles. What you got? Hello, can you let us in? Can you let us in? Can you let us in on a little something? What's going on over there? Hello? Hi.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening to what y'all got
You
going on. I
dressing
ain't doing nothing.
candles.
You know me.
See,
I'm,
I'm supposed to be
I'm
dressing
just over
candles,
here
but I
chilling.
took some time out tonight to talk to my loves here. So what's up? What's that you got in your hand, or what are we doing? Talk to me.
So this one, I'm dressing my candles like currently, and so I was waiting on your internet connection to do the right thing. And So this is my Ganesha candle. I like to dress. I can dress my own candles because I was taught by Jasmine. I also have my last money machine candle that may be going up on my Jade Emperor altar tonight. And I'm just getting a couple things together here. That's all. We just relaxing. So I like to charge my own candles with my own energy as well as using cocktail candles. So I'm probably like maybe like 2/3 of the way through this set right here. That's all.
Okay, okay. Yeah, the money machines, we won't even go in. I mean, we can if you want to go in on those, but I wasn't planning on talking about those tonight because everybody's gonna want them, and you know how scarce they are. But those money candles are the bomb. Um, so
Yes.
primarily, most importantly, a lot of people have been asking me about the Venus in retrograde, Mercury going into retrograde, and what I find is a lot of people are doing the right spell at the wrong time, the wrong spell at the right time, or y'all just asking for things that may not be for you right now. And that's what we're going to address tonight. Um, Kayer, I really, really wanted to talk to you about this, particularly with all the retrogrades going on, especially when it comes to love and romance. Um, I can count on both of my hands how many of my friends have come to me in the past week, maybe 2 weeks, in regards to their relationships. And a lot of people they're doing love spells because they think, oh, it's a full moon. Oh, it's a new moon. Oh, it's Samhain, Halloween, for those of you, the pagan New Year. And they're doing these love spells, and things are not, it might be safe to say things are backfiring. Things are not going the way that they want. I have my personal opinion. Maybe that mofo ain't for you. And perhaps they're just doing things at the wrong time. So can you chime in on that for me?
Uh, Thank you very much. I was waiting over here to talk about this particular subject right here. So, in the Olympics, they have archery, right?
Yeah.
Um, and if it's the Winter Olympics and they have archery, but you show up in June with the bow and arrow, you can't win.
Right.
You can't win because it's the Winter Olympics, okay? So you got to be there in the winter. But if you show up in June trying to hit a bullseye and you just been practicing and practicing and practicing, and the tree in your backyard is just bullseyed up, but you show up 6 months before or after the Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get no medal, boo boo. You don't get no medal, and you shouldn't get one because you got there at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
So even before I get to Venus and retrogrades and Mercury's and all of that, I want to talk about hard-headed people.
Mm.
I just want to get this off my chest a little bit about hard-headed people. Jasmine may have to sip some wine here. Just want to talk
Word.
about it. Maximon is right here beside me, and he can attest to this himself. That why are people so hard-headed is my question because my inbox is so full of people that say, Jasmine told me to come get a reading first to see which ritual I need. Then they don't come. Then you call and say, well, I sent Joanne or whoever over there. I say, well, they didn't get they didn't come and find out like, um, is this ritual even for you? There may be another ritual that you need to do before you do this one. So, and if they can't follow basic instructions because they're hard headed, then the retrograde can't help, or when it goes direct,
Mm-hmm.
can't help
Mm-hmm.
because people when you the whole thing about ritual is following instructions.
Right.
There's certain things I'm not gonna do with this candle. You understand what I'm saying? It's a blue candle. It's certain I could program it, you know what I'm saying, to like do what a white candle does, but guess what? I got a white candle.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna make this white candle do what a black candle does. I'm going to stay in my lane. These colors are for a reason. You think they just started just make, why didn't they just make all like yellow and turquoise candles? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got them for certain situations. And so people often are doing rituals that are all the way left of what their astrological chart is. And your astrological chart predates every ritual. Because you came in this life with some situations. I came in this life with some situations. Jasmine came in this life with some situations. Once I know what my situations are, then I'm going to say, let me do some rituals to help improve on this situation that needs help, and let me build on this situation that I'm really strong at. Jasmine is really strong at money and relationship rituals. So she builds on that. But guess what? Every witch you go to ain't built like that. Some witches is built for like court cases. Some people can like do a ritual and you can get off on a big drug charge or something like that. And that's their specialty. But guess what? It's in their chart. If it's not in there, and especially, let's go right into the love rituals. Why would you want to? There's no ritual that can move a planet. I'm going to say that. You can't move a planet. So when I do a relationship consultation, CoachKAstrology.info, scroll down, it's the second one. When I do a relationship consultation, the first thing I look at is this person going to support you emotionally? Jasmine, do you want to get in a relationship and there not be an emotional bond? I'm just going to ask you as a woman.
Hell to the no.
Do you know anybody? Wait a minute. Don't you have more women clients than men? Yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
And isn't the core of what they're coming for is there ain't enough emotions in it? Yes or no?
Yes.
And they want you to put some enhancement on it, right?
Yes.
But not even Jasmine can move the planet Saturn.
And
if
I can interject, and that's something I tell people is because of where their planetary alignments are, that determines their personality characteristics. A spell does not change a person's personality characteristics. It can enhance, or it can help align how they feel towards you, but it's not going to change who they are. If a person naturally is unemotional, if their communication is lousy, if they are, scared of commitment, yeah, it can make them more attracted. It can maybe make them call and want to spend more time with you, but it's not going to make them change how they handle relationships in the big picture.
Had to pull out some money. Had to pull out some $10 million bills. Had to pull out some 10 mils on that to fan myself. Had to pull out some money because you're preaching right now. Had to pull out some of this money right here to be like, listen, are y'all listening to what she's saying? Are you paying any type of attention? Okay, but no spell can change my planetary ways. You could be rituals enhance what you got. Rituals don't bring something that ain't there. Okay? It ain't there. Like Jasmine ain't got a ritual that can make her dunk a basketball.
At 5'1 3/4.
But Jasmine could do a ritual to get her a dope job as a cheerleader. Because there's no height requirements on being a cheerleader. So she'd be like, I'm going out for cheerleader for the Lakers and I'm going to make it because I'm doing this ritual. She has a really good chance. But to make the team as the center, where you should be 6'10" or more,
it's not going to happen.
Ain't happening because she ain't got no ritual to grow and she already in her 30s. You can forget about it. She's not getting no more inches. She's not getting no more. So when you do these love relationship languages, and okay, it's best if I tell a personal story. I have been super attracted to some women and was like, why they ain't really feeling me like that? And then I go look at the chart and and there's something blocking it. Her Saturn is in a position where she is just not feeling me like I'm feeling her. And I get friend zoned or whatever. And do I do a ritual? Why do a ritual? The planet ain't moved. She's not for me. She's not for me. So I had to move on. So I think a lot of times people waste a lot of energy in doing the wrong ritual. No, the right ritual on the wrong person.
Yes.
And the person just don't fit anyway. It don't fit anyway. I like to do rituals for enhancement, not just to like bend somebody all the way into something that, they're crazy reluctant against anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. And you probably got other options. You could bring 3 birthdays and I'll tell you which one has got the best options for you to do that ritual on. Then you ain't got to do 15 candles. You may only have to do 2. May only get half of one. And they may come crawling over there banging on the door. But no, you want to go after Shaquille O'Neal or whatever. And that don't work. It don't work, player. It don't work. There ain't no love ritual like Jada and Will this weekend. I know everybody saw that the Red Table thing when she interviewed him. I pulled their charts up immediately. Immediately. They have a karmic tie from several lifetimes. They ain't need no magic. She couldn't get away from him anyway. He didn't use no spell work. He just had to stand in his place. Now, that's why that timing. So here comes Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde is like a free ritual that God gives you. And y'all be out here talking about, let me attract something. I be wanting to split up with something. I be wanting to split, or I be wanting to discover. And a lot of y'all, really what y'all need, Jasmine, what you need to be doing is having the love yourself ritual. What a love yourself ritual? Some of y'all can't get nobody because you don't love yourself.
They don't want it. They don't want it. That's the one thing that I always talk about with my clients. When I get to that part, they're like, They want to hear about, yeah, girl, we're gonna burn this candle on this man, and they're like, whoop, 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 whoop. But when I get to the self-love, when I get to the spiritual bath, when I get to working on thyself, when I get to looking at analyzing why you're in this.
Herbs sitting on the counter. Herbs sitting on the dresser. Herbs sitting on the dresser. They ain't made no bath. They ain't done the herbs just sitting on the dresser, just waiting on Jasmine.
Here's an example. I did, and this happens more times than none, which is why in a minute I'm about to stop doing love spells altogether. Because when I tell somebody to do something, you're paying me to do a love spell. You got some work to do yourself. And if I tell you I'm doing your love spell starting on a Friday, and I want you to do X, Y, and Z, my client messaged me on a Saturday talking about, oh, I'm gonna put the names in the honey jar tonight. Whoa. We talked on Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm starting your candles on a Friday. I told you to do a love bath, and I told you to put these pictures in a honey jar on a Friday, but you were too busy on a Friday fraternizing because you're like, Jasmine got it. She gonna do my love work, and I'm gonna go out here and shake a tail feather. And on Saturday, I'll put the names in a honey jar. Guess what, bitch? Your spell isn't gonna work because you didn't do what I said to do. I tell people to do certain things on a certain night for a certain amount of days, and then you want to ask me, is it okay if I do it on a Saturday? Yeah, it's okay. You can do it. Sure, go right ahead. Is it going to work the same? No. And that's the thing. The responsibility is like, oh, well, I'm paying for a love spell to be done, but it's like, no, timing is of an essence. If I recommend doing something on a specific day, a specific night, at a specific time, if I say take a spiritual love bath for 7 nights and you do it for 3, don't come and ask me, is it going to work? The answer is no. Period.
Then you want to be upset. listen, we want to have really good relationships with people, but guess what? If you ain't gonna listen, then how do you want me to have? Listen, wait a minute. Here's a good thing right here. What about this? A woman ain't been in a relationship, don't know how to cater to a man, and then want to put a spell on him. What sense do that make? Like when he come to you, like where's like you don't even know how to cater to him when he get there.
And let
You don't
alone,
even know how to cater to you.
I mean, let alone cater to him. She doesn't even know how to work her own goddess energy. Because and me and you have talked about this. A bitter woman cannot be in a relationship. You can't bring that bitterness into a relationship with a man. So yeah, you don't know how to cater to a man, but you haven't done any self-love or self-healing for yourself, but yet you want somebody else to love you. That's not going to work.
I still want some roll call up in here. I forgot I ain't even getting nobody. I don't know who's in here. So I'm Coach Kyer, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Please let me see your zodiac sign and what team and what city and state you represent. I know Jasmine is Team Pisces representing Los Angeles, but who is in the room right now? I need to see what's up. I need to see what my Scorpios tonight because the moon is in, like, the sun is in Scorpio and Venus retrograde is in Scorpio. Like y'all should be all up in here with two notebooks with a pen in both hands, taking notes. You should have it on your big screen TV and have the whole family around. You know what I'm saying? Drinking some alkaline water, trying to get this right here. So I see Team Capricorn. Right? Yes, like because then somebody will say, well, what about Virgos? Or what about Libras? And I say, what about your whole chart? Like how there's no two people. There's Jasmine ain't never dressed two candles the same in her life, probably.
True.
And if it was by accident. Every formula probably getting, you know what I'm saying? I use the same color pens, but I don't ever put the same thing on there like in the same order when I'm dressing my candles. So you gotta know you. You gotta know you. Like, where's your? Especially if we're talking about love spells and Venus in retrograde. But where's your Venus? My Venus is in Gemini, and I know exactly where. In Venus retrograde in Scorpio quincunx my natal Venus. Do you know where your Venus is at? Hmm. Do you know where your own love is at? Do you know where your own relationship language is at? Then you could come to Jasmine and say, girl, my relationship language is like this. His is like this. Can you make me something specific for that? Then she can be like, yeah. Now she got now the archer has a target to go to. That's why we work together. You see astrology on one side, you see the magic on the other. Like Jasmine saw a video of like what I'm sitting around right now. Y'all just see my head, but like all the stuff in front of me, like I'm spread out right now. I'm good, right? I can just like, we just got this right here, just got popping. You know what I'm saying? We got some of this over here. So I know about magic, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna be doing it by itself. I know what the moon's in Gemini tonight. And I also know this is celebrating phase of the moon before I get ready to go into my next 28-day cycle.
Right.
I know what rituals I ain't doing right now. I ain't doing no love rituals right now. I also know how far the new moon is from me too. I know I might be going a little too early.
Right.
I also know that the next full moon is gonna be in Gemini. So if I want to write a book, let's say I want to make some money off of a book, why would I want to do a ritual when the moon is not even in the sign of writing? Hello? Cello? And then you got not just where's the moon at, but like what are these other factors that's going? Oh, it's a full. Jasmine said it's a full moon. Let me do a ritual. Hey, it's about 6 planets in retrograde. You should hold off on that. No, I want to do it right now.
Well,
I gotta do it right now.
well, if I could, and you're absolutely correct. For someone who's a newbie in magic, if I can say newbie, um, because you know me, Kaya, we've talked about this, we've debated about this. I am dedicated. I do my rituals, but I've never done a candle spell that hasn't worked for me personally. Given retrogrades, new moon, full moon, off season, on season, or whatnot. But I do agree with you. Someone that's new in their practice and they don't have an understanding of planetary alignments, they don't understand what a full moon in a certain planet means. No, they shouldn't be dabbling, especially right now during
You follow
spell.
all the instructions. You follow all the instructions though.
True.
That's the difference between you and them. You follow, of course, your candles because you're going to take your bath. You're going to feed your ancestors. Like you hitting every step. You make it look
Right.
easy when they just see the video. They don't know the background. They don't know the ride to the store. They don't know all this other stuff they got to go do. They don't know to dress the proper way. They don't know how to put the catnip behind the ear. They don't know all that.
Right.
I'm talking to the newbies, but it is some advanced ones out here too that be acting like they like to skip steps. I ain't leaving nobody out tonight. I'm taking shots. There's levels. Thank you, Kim Wallace. There is levels.
Yes.
Oh, Venus in the 12th house in Gemini. Woo-hoo. Boy, I know about you. Mm-mm. Anyway, I ain't gonna snitch on nobody tonight. Go ahead.
So, okay. So this is my main thing, and this was kind of the purpose of doing tonight. We're coming to the end of the year. I deal with a lot of people, a lot of ladies, particularly. I had someone last night that who messaged me today. She did a love candle last night. Now, she doesn't know because she hasn't studied, but when she messaged me that, I was like shaking my head because it yes, it was on a Friday, but we're already in the waiting moon phase. Their astrological planets don't line up as it is. And she did a blue candle of all that for a love spell, which is not right. But that's another story. I'll get into that later. Yeah. That was the look you have is the look I had on the other end of the phone, like, oh, okay. So one of the biggest things, I mean, what is the importance? Because I ask people, they always tell me they know their partner's birthday, they know their sign, they might even know their own moon and rising, and maybe they know their partners, but they haven't gotten their astrological chart done. And this is the one thing that I ask everybody is, how do you know that this person is right for you? How do you know that this is the right relationship? Just because this is karmatic, just because they may be your soulmate, just because you feel like you've known them for 100 years, just because the sex is good, just because there's chemistry, just because, how do you know you want to do a spell on a person? Number one, if the person was right for you, you would need a spell because it would fit together like a puzzle. How do you know that this person is right for you? And every woman gives me the same answer. Because I love them. Love don't pay no bills. Last time I could call the gas company and be like, hi, here's my credit card number, LOVE. That shit doesn't work. Because you love them, but they're not doing what you feel they're supposed to do. What the fuck does love have to do with it? Excuse my French. I know, Payer, you don't curse, but sometimes people need curse words to get the shock factor across, to get my point across. What does I love them have to do? Because if they loved you in the same way, you wouldn't have to burn a candle on them to begin with. You have to start with, and people, and it kills me when people are like, do I really need to do a reading before I get the spell done? You don't have to do a reading. You can pay for the spell work. I'm running a business, but you might want to, because if they're not right for you, when you want to attract the right person. So in your professional opinion, as an astrologer, to me, I feel it's detrimental to get someone's, you need to get your chart done and know how you handle relationships. And you should get the other person's chart done to see where the two of you fit in. And then from there, decide what type of magic should be done. Should it be done, or maybe it shouldn't be done at all? Maybe they're not right for you. Rocket science.
when people talk about relationships,
Mm-hmm.
they talk about a journey. They're saying, I'm going to be on this thing and we're going to take this journey together,
Right.
right? We're going to build something together. We're going to go someplace. Like we're going to see parts of the world. We're going to do this journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many of you all get in your car and go someplace that you ain't been before, or even if you have been, and don't turn on the GPS? Like every phone got Waze and got Google Maps.
Mm-hmm.
How many of y'all use Google Maps or Waze? Press one right now if you use Google Maps and Waze. If you're trying to get somewhere you ain't never been, okay? So if you just met a person and y'all ain't been in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to use the GPS, how much success do you think you're going to have on this journey? Your astrology chart is your GPS. It's your GPS. I don't even got to get excited. I don't even have to get excited because every time I'm gonna say a statement like Jasmine. I ain't never got lost using my GPS.
Mm.
Jasmine, when we went all the way from LA to Miami and from Miami back, and I used the GPS, did we get lost one time?
No. Nope.
Did we make one wrong turn anywhere?
No, we didn't.
When you went to sleep and woke up, were we lost or were we going the right direction?
We were still going in the right direction to and from.
Were we trusting the GPS or were we just out here like, oh, we got it. I
Nope.
got it. I
Nope.
know what I'm doing.
No,
No.
we trusted the GPS in the middle of the country. Absolutely.
Went to Best Buy and spent $28
Mm-hmm.
on the little rig to hold the phone just to make sure
Yep.
we go in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Your astrology chart is your GPS. Now, in the car, GPS stands for Global Positioning System.
Right.
But I like to use astrology because I just did this course a couple of weeks ago because we were supposed to do a live a couple of weeks ago, but I had to do the course because I got to get it done because there's certain days coming up, like November the 5th. I'm trying to get as much done before November the 5th. GPS stands for greatest possible strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody type that. GPS stands for greatest possible strategy. So my chart is telling me my greatest possible strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am not, what else do I want to use? If I got the greatest possible strategy in my data, my own personal data, then why would I use something else? Or why would I not use it? Why wouldn't I access it? So what I did was, if people go to coachklive.com, I created a course that teaches people with like very minimal how to map their entire year out. So when we say like the year is about to come to a close, not for an astrologer, January 1st ain't the beginning or the end of no year. That's for the banks.
Right.
And some of y'all are going to be out here. Jasmine's going to make so much money after Christmas because you ladies are going to be like, next year I want a man. We already in 2019 already since September 22nd.
Right.
Okay? So by the time you get to January the 1st, it's going to be the middle of Capricorn season and the ground is going to be frozen and it's going to be another Mercury retrograde.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be in a phase that's like not even for attracting. It's going to be a phase of frozen things and you're going to be trying to make something happen because you ain't got your GPS turned on.
Mm-hmm.
CoachKLive.com. If somebody already took it, they'll tell you about it. You have lifetime access to it. It's a 3-hour course. It changes the whole game. I made it simple for everybody. Now, even people who already have their charts done, nobody was ever teaching how do you create your own personal map because there's 5 sectors in your personal year. So Jasmine's birthday is in March.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when her new year starts.
Right.
So she's got a different quality of energy in March than she does in February. I wouldn't tell Jasmine, let's say Jasmine didn't know nothing about magic and she wanted to do a love ritual. February the 1st is the wrong time. She said, well, Valentine's Day coming up. I'm be like, I'm sorry, boo, but you SOL. You ain't getting nothing this year. Jasmine should have been doing she should have already had a system of sequential rituals. See, that's what we need to start telling people about.
Right.
Sequential rituals. So then when I get to the point where I really don't have the energy and it's not favorable for me to do a certain ritual for money, money's already coming because I already built me a system that's already got it coming. Love is already coming. What you really want to do is go to Jasmine and say, girl, I got too many choices. Oh, I got, oh, he felt, and all of them got good credit. They all single. They ain't got no baby mamas. They all fine.
Mm-hmm.
I got light skin and dark skin choices. But no, no, you don't have that because you didn't want to do the sequence in the right order. I always used to say this right here. You'd be mad if Jasmine put this sign up. Lack of planning on your part does not denote an emergency on my part.
Oh. Mm. And I'm gonna have to say, hold on.
Anybody wants that course? There's a discount code CK10 is a discount code for everybody who rocks with Jasmine. CK10. If you go to Coach K Live, you can get the course. That's $10 off. You get a discount. Ta-da. Now there you go. If you want to get it, then come on. If you don't want to get it, then leave your GPS off. I'm gonna ask you, how's that working for you? How much is it costing you to ride around with your GPS off? You're just blowing gas.
It's
You're just
costing.
blowing
It's
gas.
costing. It's costing a lot, that's why I wanted to do this tonight, because they're involved in relationships. They're separated from their relationships. They're trying to start a new relationship, and they don't even know
Don't
it's
forget married.
in a.
Don't forget married. Don't forget married. Don't forget married. Don't forget married. Some of them are
Not
already
married,
married.
sleeping with the enemy. Can I say that, or is that too? They're fucking the enemy. Oh, oops. People are okay. Let me. Can I keep? Do I have permission to just keep it 100 tonight?
1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Keep it 1,000.
And I'm going to be very specific. I'm be really honest. Women, us women, because we are so, there's a difference between men and women. A man will smell something off with a woman. They don't want no proof. They ain't looking for enough to know validation. They ain't investigating. They ain't going through the phone. They ain't going trying to go through your Facebook. They don't. A man can think. Let a man think for 1 second that you ain't right. And guess what? He is to the left. But us women, no, we stupid. We going through phones and we trying to break in codes and we need to get validation and we calling the baby mama and we need to see. I need proof. I need proof. I need proof. I need proof. And us women will wait. We will hang on and we will wait till we have proof. And then we want to throw it up in your face and be like, ah, this is what happened. And now what? Then you want to know why the nigga doesn't want to fuck with you. Number one, because you look crazy, because you're investigating. You done broke through his phone. You done cursed him out. You done gone crazy. Men don't do that. Men don't do any of that. Let them think something is wrong and they're done. And we are like, let me figure it out. We have a whole profile on you. Then we present it to them and tell them why they're wrong. And then we want to know why they don't want to be with us anymore. Yeah. If you have to do all of that, that person's probably not for you in the first place. You want to do a spell on someone, you've done all this investigation and you've found all this stuff out about this person, and then you want to do a spell on them. Why? For why? You shouldn't even have to do that. Had you got your chart done and you understood how you handle relationships, had you got that person's chart done and figured out how you coincide, had you got a tarot reading done, and a lot of people don't want to know the truth. Is this person right for me? And that's the one thing when I do my readings, and a lot of you know, a lot of women have gotten mad at me because I'm like, girl, she ain't the one. Sorry for you. They just ain't the one. Now, if you want this spell done, we can do it. Is it going to work? I don't think so. But if you want it done, we'll do it. And that's what I'm trying to help people understand. Do not waste your time or energy in investing on a person that ain't the right one from the get-go. Let me help you. Let us help you find the person that you're going to be happy with. Because I don't know about y'all, I'm in my 30s. I ain't no spring chicken. I ain't got time to waste with somebody that's not going to be on the same frequency as me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 16, 21, 25, or any of those ages. And I'm not about to be doing a spell on someone that doesn't want me. Why? Why? Wouldn't you rather do a spell to bring that right person into your life and have what you want versus trying to make someone do what you want them to do when they're not going to be right? Because at the end, you're losing a lot. Energy, time, money.
Hey, what about here's the crazy part. Jasmine went all the way in. My website is Coach K Live for the big course, and then CoachKAstrology.info. So it's CoachKLive.com, and then it's CoachKAstrology.info if you want to get a consultation from me. CoachKAstrology.info. Or you can just inbox me and tell me what you want, and I'll tell you where to go. But Jasmine, you left off one thing, boo. You left off one little thing.
What's that?
You know, like, why they so focused on cracking in the phone? They got to prove something. They got to have a confession. That's what I always say. Women want a confession.
Yeah.
Men, we don't really need we don't need no confession. We out. We don't need no confession.
Mm-hmm.
While y'all trying to get a confession out of Sir No Good, please call him by his name. His name is Sir No Good. You're investigating on Sir No Good and Prince in Shining Armor or King Do Right.
Mm-hmm.
King Do Right
Mm-hmm.
ain't get none of your attention. King Do Right need this much attention.
Mm-hmm.
King Do Right, look, all King Do Right need is a lighter. He don't even need a whole candle. All he need is a lighter. He over there ready. He a fully dressed, he's a fully dressed cocktail candle, and all you gotta do is put some fire to it. But what you over here doing? Over here messing with Sir Do Wrong. Sir Do Wrong. I'm trying to get Sir Do Wrong to change his ways.
King Do Right is too nice. He's too this. He's too that. He's not evading the phone calls. He's not asking you out. He's not paying attention. You know what I mean? He's doing all the things that a woman wants, but women want the person that's not. They want the man that's not doing what they want. They want to make him do it. And I think the ego. I think, yeah. Okay. That's the phone
We're
company.
back.
But you know, it's human nature. Everybody wants what they can't have. So they want the person that showed a little interest in the beginning, and now that he's showed, I don't really want that. It's like, well, why not? Why not? And the one thing that every woman says to me in a consultation is they want their partner, and it could be male or female. I say he because that's majority, but this could be male or female. Whoever's maybe working from the masculine energy, they want that person to realize that they're right for them. Maybe you're not right for them. You want them to realize something that may not be. Maybe you're not right for them versus them not being right for you. I would rather be with someone that adores me, that is just enthralled with everything that I do. That I know when I look at our birth charts, we are in alignment.
Holla, 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 holla.
You know, I don't, first of all,
holla.
If you don't want me, I don't want you even more. You know why? Because this honeypot good pussy, I'm not about to be trying to force it on someone that doesn't want it. If you have, especially if someone had it and they're not chasing it, they don't want it. And you know what? That's okay, because I'm going to give it to someone that does, and I'm going to get a whole lot more in the end. A whole lot more. I'm just saying, maybe TMI, but yeah, the honeypot. Stop trying to give the honeypot to somebody that don't want it no more. Give it to somebody that wants it. Manifest somebody that wants it. Simple. Simple.
And then it's so much easier to come to Jasmine and say, hey, I got this chart reading. We are wonderful together. Can you
Right.
do a ritual? Can you show me a ritual to help him make some more money? Can you do a ritual to help his penis stay harder a little longer? Can you give us a ritual to like
Oh, oh.
make our business go better? It's so many other rituals that we could be doing, you know what I'm saying, with the right people.
And you know, it's so funny because I've had two people come to me in my inbox today asking about they want a spell to make their man's dick, or it's not really their man, because if it was their man, they wouldn't be asking for this. But you want to put a spell on somebody so he doesn't want to have sex with someone else. Number one, that might backfire and he may never have sex with you again. Number two, why would you
Oops.
even want to go through why would you even want to go through all that? And when I educate people, they don't want to hear. They want me to say, hell yeah, let's make his penis impotent. But when you want to get it hard and it doesn't work, you're gonna be looking at me like, what did you do? Why did the spell backfire? Because your intentions were wrong. Versus, how about let's manifest someone with some money? Let's manifest someone with those businesses. Let's manifest someone who doesn't have the emotional and financial baggage. Let's manifest someone that's going to be enthralled with you for who you are, instead of trying to make something that didn't work in the get-go try to work, because at the end of the day, you can put a spell on someone. Will it work? Absolutely. Can I reconcile you with your ex-partner? Absolutely. Will they come back? For sure. Is it going to last? Probably not.
The sister, hey, listen, I'm gonna answer one of these questions in here. She says, does this also apply for twin flame runners if the chaser wants to do work on the runner and they should let it go and see if destiny catches up? Cassandra, this is the best question all night. Hold on, Jasmine. Hold on. In twin flames, there is no runner or chaser. It's perfect. Stop sitting here talking about if somebody's running, that joker may not even be a soulmate. See, some of y'all skipping steps. Y'all skipping steps. We've been talking about it since the
And
beginning.
and
You can't even you
soulmate, just because you're a soulmate doesn't mean you're meant to be together, and that's what people mess up. You're not meant to be. Kair's my soulmate. He's my soulmate. We've been together many lifetimes. He's my husband from 100 years. Does that mean we're meant to be in a relationship in this lifetime? Not necessarily. Your soulmate doesn't mean you have to be with them. And that's what women get hung up on. That's my soulmate. I'm going to lock them down. No, you need to enjoy them for being in your life for what they are. That doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship. That doesn't have to be your partner. I'm sorry, Kair, go ahead.
A bus driver could be your soulmate that's married to somebody else and be 28 years older than you. But a soulmate holds the mirror for you. Okay? A soulmate holds the mirror for you. That's like one of the, and it might even be an enemy. It may be somebody that irritates you. It might be somebody that you have sex with. But all soulmates ain't the same. Quit talking about twin flames. Just stop that. Just stop that conversation all the way around until just don't even talk about that shit. That's like that's orchestra, and you out here playing a recorder. You ain't even got a flute. You don't even know how to hold a trumpet, and you trying to play Beethoven. Stop talking about twin flames for like 6 months, a year. Understand you done met and missed and squandered the opportunity on so many soulmates because you was too romantic. Listen, a relationship is work. The root word of relationship is relate. You understand? Jasmine's father, Sunyata Saraswati, said the definition of a committed relationship is somebody committed to the practice. How many rituals you gonna have to do to keep them? If you gotta do this 10 rituals to get them, how many you gonna do to keep them? Then you ain't exercising even in the relationship. I want to spend time working on practicing on What do you mean committed to the practice? The practice of relating.
Mm-hmm.
My practice of getting me right. You practice on getting you right. And then guess what? We'll both meet at the right place. For me personally, you can't relate with me. You can't relate with me if God is not first. So I say God is first. I'm looking for a woman who God is first. Then we good. Then we straight. She got God first. I got God first. Yo, everything else we can add to that. Like some people, I may drive a Mercedes and I got to have a woman who likes a Mercedes. But if we're not going in the same direction off the muscle, I'm not spending a penny, an ounce. Look, they can't get a drop of this. They can't get now. I'm from the now. I don't know if y'all know what now is,
Man,
but they can't get now. No. You see this?
mm-hmm.
Like they can't even get that little bit that's here. Yeah. That little bit in the end, they can't even have that. They can't have that, just that little bit. See that? You can't have that if we ain't going in the right direction. Forget about it. Coach K Astrology, come see me. We can see a soulmate. You can see emotional attachment. And here's the other thing. Stop trying to figure out everything in your head. Well, I don't know. He's such a good friend. Oh, well, oh. Your assumptions keep messing up your magic.
And that's the thing. In human nature, we're going to be in our head. And that's the part where I'm trying to help people understand. You need to look at, there's science behind this. There's energy behind this. It's all energy. Your energy may not align with another person. I do readings. 99.9% of my readings are on point. Most of the people watching this have come to me for tarot readings. There is the small few that I do a reading. At the end of the reading, they say, oh, well, I just don't know what to do. I just told you. I've told you this energy may not be right. There's some things that need to be worked on. Primarily, the individual has some things they need to work on. It's all about energy. Before you even get emotionally, and some of you will know, I've said to you, especially those of you that have come out of relationships and now you're single and now we're working together, I have said, before you date another person, you need to get a reading on them. Don't invest any more time or energy because we want to get it right. I'm in the business of helping you get it right, not in the business of helping you get a heartbreak. I don't believe in heartbreaks. I've had my own share of heartbreaks. I've been around the rodeo. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm in the business of helping you get it right the first time. And a lot of people are hung up on people's physical appearance. They think they're their soulmate. They feel this connection, but it's like y'all need to fit together as a puzzle, which is where you come in and getting natal charts done. And based on that, get their natal chart done. And then we can figure out a ritual, if necessary, to move the relationship where it's supposed to go.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Yes.
Listen. Here's the other piece. Did you know that in your astrology chart, there's something called your spiritual destiny?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not your sun sign or your moon sign or your rising sign. Okay?
Right.
So what if, and your spiritual destiny is getting you back to God. What if you are supposed to be going, what's the highway? Isn't it Highway 10? Like Highway 10 runs, okay, so Highway 10 runs east and west.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go to Texas, you need to get on 10 east to get out of California, right? Let's say your spiritual destiny is heading east out of Cali.
Mm-hmm.
But you get on 10 west and catch a ride with somebody who's happy to give you a ride on 10 west.
Right,
or
the ocean.
What's the highway, or what's the highway to like go up to like down to San Diego? What's that highway?
405 or the 110, 405 south.
So let's say you get on the 405 south and you're supposed to be going on the 10 east.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you could be doing. You could be doing a ritual on somebody who doesn't even complement your own personal spiritual destiny. Don't even compliment your own. So I'm gonna ride with you south and I'm trying to go see God and he's east? Really? Because you think something? Listen, what happens if you get a a lump in your breast and you go to the doctor? I bet you he tell you to go see 2 or 3 other doctors.
Right.
He tell you to go see 2 or 3 other doctors. Me and Jasmine are doctors. I'm like, look, I see what's happening right here. You should go over there. And I know somebody. How many times I called you last month on 3-way because I already had people who already had astrology readings, and I was like, I done all I could tell you, but I done pinpointed exactly what the issue is, but this not my level of expertise. But I know somebody who can handle this.
Right.
Hold on, let me call her on 3-way. Doot, 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 doot. Hello, Jasmine. Yeah, hold on for a second. I do that if you listen and follow instructions, but if you don't, I don't call her. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. But when I look at the chart, we zoom right in. To me, after all these years, it's kind of elementary. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about how I did it. No, don't worry about that. I'm an expert. I'm a surgeon at this. I'm a surgeon, okay?
Yes.
What do you want? Do you want me to get the bullet out, or do you want me to explain to you how to get the bullet out while you bleed to death? Which one would you like? You want me to get the bullet out, or you want me to explain to you everything while you bleed out? Wait, doc. As I say, I'm a surgeon in the emergency room. I'm good at getting bullets out. You good at getting shot. So don't try to tell me how to do my job. You just good at getting shot. I can save you if you be quiet. Just lay down and just listen to what I said. Don't move, yo. This bullet close to your lungs. Don't move. I'm trying to save your life. You got this thing close to your vertebrae. You got a bullet lodged in your head. How did you get shot in the head? How'd you get a bullet in your butt? How'd you get...
Listen, Linda. They don't listen.
Linda, listen, Linda. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Listen, Linda commercials.
Well, and at this, I'm tired of talking because a lot of you'll wear yourself out. You're buying candles, you're buying oils, you're asking for spells, you're casting these spells, and you want to know why they're not working. It's the right spell at the wrong time, the wrong spell at the right time, the right spell on the wrong person, and you need to get some guidance. It's not for you, and we're in the business of making sure, or helping, not making sure, the decision is up to you, helping guide you to the right place with the right person, the right time, because candles, herbs, oils, and energy is expensive. Energy is expensive. Time is expensive. You don't want to waste that on someone that at the end of the day isn't the right person for you. You could very well be overlooking or blocking that right love mate to come into your life. And it's interesting how many people that I have worked with, and when they have finally saw that individual that wasn't right for them, and then 6 months later they're engaged. 6 months later they've met the right person. Or the number of love spells I do, that you do a love spell on one person, and the one thing I tell everybody is, they're like, oh, well, that person didn't manifest, but my dating life has increased. I have met 10 other people, but yet you're still asking me about this one person when you've met 10 other people that are lined up ready to give you everything that you want. Right person, wrong time. Wrong person, right time. Right ritual, wrong time. And I'm in the business of getting results. We're in the business of getting results. Ain't nobody got time for the wrong.
A lot of times is also too, I say it's the 4 W's: right time, right thing, right reason, right person. But sometimes you ain't even the right person. You ain't even the right person. Like, why are you trying to put somebody into you and you ain't even right with yourself? You ain't got self-love. You don't brush your teeth. You ain't using the right deodorant. All type of other stuff
Or you're
like
crazy.
improve some of the.
Sorry.
I ain't want to go there. I ain't
I'll
want to
go
go there.
there.
I didn't say
People will
that. She
probably
said,
hate me for saying it, but I'll say it for the women. Some women, you're emotionally unbalanced, and for those of you that are celibate and you're not practicing your sex magic, your kundalini ain't right, your root chakra. When a woman tells me she's been celibate for 2 years, and you want to know why you're single? That's why. Your root chakra ain't balanced. You're unbalanced. Probably got some cobwebs growing up in there, honey. You ain't even touching it. You need to get your chi right, your goddess energy, your sexual energy. Men love goddesses. I'm not saying go out there and sleep with everybody, but you need to be exuding that feminine, sexual, goddess, powerful energy. And if you ain't got that, sweetheart, it's gonna be you. You ain't gonna attract nobody because he's not gonna be attracted to that, or she's not going to be attracted to that. Kayer, please tell me, am I on the right path? Because they don't listen to me. A man that needs to validate this, of course.
1000%. Like, listen, that thing is scary to me when somebody say, when here's what I'm gonna
I
tell you
ain't
would be
even get no
scaring
hearts.
all of
Nobody
us
even
men.
liked it. See what I'm talking about? Ain't got no hearts or nothing. That's
Hey,
hey,
they
okay,
hate
you
not.
don't have to trust me. I'm not single, so I must know what I'm talking about. Just saying.
Hey, I definitely get worried when a woman is like paying me a bunch of attention and she say, "Oh, but I ain't really been doing nothing." Now, it ain't really none of my business. Your body count, I ain't keeping up with all that. But I be like, well, what you talking about? You ain't doing nothing. Like you just broke up, or like I understand if you break up
Mm-hmm.
and like you been away from somebody for like 2 months, three
Or you're
months, you didn't
healing. Maybe
want to do
you're
nothing.
healing. That's different.
Healing, they got something going on, but 3 years, something wrong, something
Three
wrong,
years,
something
one year,
wrong. That mean don't
6 months.
three
Oh, I'm
three
sorry.
years. I hey listen, hey listen, hey listen. Lit, to me, I have been watching some powerful people who do magic, and even Dr. Gibson, the longest I've ever heard him tell a woman to go without sex was 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
I've never, I've never heard him say, "Girl, you need to sit on it for like 3 years." No, no. Who told you that? YouTube ain't tell you that. Listen, it's something wrong with you. You got to activate it. You understand? Because if you don't use it, you lose it. I don't care what it is. You can lose your magic. You can forget a Tai Chi form. You can do all type of stuff. If you don't use it, you lose it. And I ain't really want to be the one to, because then you got all.
Oh, you're
If you
paused for
ain't
a
been
second.
healing
Okay, he'll
yourself
come back on.
with self pleasure or nobody else, then what I'm gonna do?
Right.
What I'm gonna do? Then you gonna make me have all that response? Hey, ladies, I'm intersexually active, ladies. Don't and real kings are too, and real kings are too. That whole thing, that whole thing about somebody wanting a virgin, that dude got mental problems. If a man run up on you and tell you he looking for a virgin, he got mental problems.
Right.
I don't even know no woman who wants a virgin. Come on now, cut it out.
No, no,
Cut it out.
no, no,
Cut it out.
son. We ain't. No, no, no.
Jasmine, you don't want no virgin. Jasmine, you don't
Hell
want
to
no
the
virgin.
no. Hell, no.
Ain't nobody touched it though. Ain't nobody touched it. You gonna be first. You gonna be first. You get to break him in. Ain't nobody touched it. He clean.
Waste my damn time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I want a man that can put it down, honey. I'm sorry. If you can't lay the pipe, I ain't fucking with you. I said it. Sorry for you, but that's just what it is. I want a man and I want a king, and my body is a wonderland. This is a temple, and I have a honeypot. Needs to be satisfied. And if a man can't do it, then don't even step to me. You're wasting my time, and there's too many out there that will. I'm just saying. And vice versa. A man doesn't want a woman that's timid, or if you're healing or you've been through trauma, that's one thing. But if you coming off this, I'm celibate and you just this high strung, sweetheart, you're going to be single for a whole lot longer. You got to be from your goddess energy. You need to balance that root chakra. You need to balance all of your chakras. And men or women that are working from the masculine energy, they want a alluring, beautiful goddess, sexual, sensual partner. Because let's just keep it real here. I think we're all adults. Hopefully, we're all adults here. I like sex. I think everybody else does. And I think it is safe to say that sex is a very important component in a healthy relationship. In my opinion, y'all may disagree, but if we ain't fucking, we ain't talking. And that's just how I feel. Just saying.
And if you ain't having sex, you probably are fighting.
Right.
If you ain't effing, then you fighting.
Oh, you're
So
so
why would I
vulgar.
want to
So
be?
vulgar.
Huh?
I said I'm just so vulgar. You're so good.
Well, I'm in my altar room. I don't curse in my altar room. I'm straight. But I here's the other thing. This gonna go. Somebody's gonna hit in the throat, and some people gonna go over their head. They're gonna miss it. You get the level that you are vibrating on.
Right.
So if you are not vibrating on the level of sexually active, then you won't be.
And oh,
I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna say it slow. I'm gonna say it slow. I might have said it too fast. You get
I'm listening.
You get what you vibrational where you are. You deserve what you are vibrationally where you are vibrating at. Mm-hmm. So you have to be in harmony with the vibration that you want to come into your life. Mm-hmm. So if you're not in harmony with the vibration that you want to come into your life, you already have to be at that vibration. If you're going to run a marathon and it normally took you 2 hours and a half, but you want to run it in 2 hours, then you have to change your body and get your body in harmony with the things that need to occur for you to run the marathon in 2 hours. Period. You got to be in you got to be in vibrational sync with that what you want. I had so many women talking about the king this, the man ain't doing this, the man ain't doing that. You don't deserve one because you're not in vibrational harmony with that which you keep saying is avoiding you. The universe got rules out here. Right. Some of them you can bend, some you can manipulate, but some you can't. Like you can't live without oxygen for more than 6 minutes. That's a law. Right. Okay? Sunlight goes out for 6 days. It's over for everybody. You can't change some of these things. So don't come out here acting like I'm at this. The people who you see whining and complaining, that's the vibrational level you on. So you're gonna attract these bums and these no-gooders and these raggedy jokers who are on that vibrational level. They complain too. So I have a strict rule quickly, no whining and complaining. I don't whine and complain. So even when I find a real fine, sweet-looking woman, ooh, and I be thinking about scheming on that honey pot, her mouth, she start whining and complaining. My little member be like, we don't want none of that. We want something happy, pleasant. We want the happy, pleasant honey pot. So the only way I can get happy, pleasant, plump honey pot is I got to be happy, pleasant me. I got to be happy, pleasant king. Then I can have happy, pleasant king. So, and then I go into the ritual because I got right me. It's right me, then right thing, then right time. But if I got wrong me, and then I do right ritual, even at the right time, I got wrong me. You can't have it. Ain't no ritual gonna work with wrong me. I got to be right me first. That's why you go see your astrology chart. In ancient Egypt, where that's all they did was magic. What they say, right? Know thyself. Right. What did know thyself mean? Know your chart. Know you want tests? I got sun at 26 degrees Taurus in my 9th house. I got moon at 14 degrees Libra in the 2nd house. I can tell you where my Pluto is at. Pluto is at Virgo at 24 degrees. Uranus is at 4 degrees Libra. And Pluto is in Virgo. And I have Gemini. I have Venus and Mars and Gemini at 19 and 24 degrees respectively. What? You want smoke? I got Saturn at 14 degrees Taurus in the 9th house. I know me. I know me. And I can go and look You know who I'm using this for? Because a lot of y'all got kids. That's what you really need to be thinking about. You starting a relationship that you gonna show your child that you done brought in some jank out the street.
Mm-hmm. That's a whole nother we.
Let me go.
That's a whole. We'd be on here for 3 more hours. That's a whole nother video, but we're gonna get on that too.
I didn't even mean to. I didn't even mean to go in like that. I'm sorry.
No, no,
I
no,
didn't mean to
no.
go in like that.
But
I'm
you're
sorry.
but you're right though. You are absolutely right because people are getting they're trying to get into these relationships and it's like you didn't brought children. There are children that will be affected by this, but that's a whole other. And if y'all want a part two, if you
You
guys
got
want us to go
kids.
into the importance of doing your baby's astrological chart, doing their life path readings, which is something that I do, we'll talk about that on another occasion. But you're absolutely right. And that's one thing that I think people fail to, they're so worried about the partner and how they relate, but how is this going to affect your children moving forward in a relationship? But don't nobody think about that. The kids are they'll just fall into place. Who cares about them, right? Anyway.
No, no. I think about them. Jasmine thinks about them. Like, no, we're
When
not.
a
We're
lot
not.
of people
We ain't
do.
operating like that.
Yeah. A lot of people
Too
they're
many of
like,
y'all.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, the kids. Yeah. But that's a whole other video. That is a whole other video. I'm trying to
Um,
think there was
tomorrow, I wanted to say this too. So tomorrow, I'm doing a free class on goal writing because a lot of times I like to a goal first, ritual second. Some of y'all doing rituals ain't got no goal. You ain't got no goal.
mhm.
Wouldn't it be cool to learn how to write your goal out? You don't need no ritual to write no goal out. You need a piece of paper and a pen, and you write your goal out. And I'm gonna do that class tomorrow for free. It's gonna be a webinar though, so I'll like post it on my page and I'll post it in the group. It's going to be free, but it's not gonna be on Facebook. It's gonna be a webinar. Okay, it's gonna be a
Will you put
webinar.
it are you gonna
So I'm
will
gonna
you put
post that.
will you put it in Let's Talk Magic? Because a lot of people are in Let's Talk
Absolutely,
Magic that aren't friends with
absolutely.
us, so that they're able to see it. Can you post it in there tomorrow? Okay. Okay.
It will be absolutely free. Okay, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be like at 5 o'clock Eastern, so it's gonna be 2 o'clock on the West Coast. Y'all ain't doing nothing at 2 o'clock. You done been to church, you done slept
You
in
got
all
home.
day, you done got over your hang right.
Yes.
So if you're in the UK, that means it's gonna be at 10 o'clock. And then yeah, because people need write you some goals out. I'm just gonna have a conversation about goals. Okay? The zero level, not step one. I'm gonna go to zero level on writing your goals out. Okay? So if you a good way to make sure you keep up with that is I'm also a big meditator. That's how you calm the mind down is by meditation. So I have a website, coachescloset.com. If you go there and get that meditation, then you'll be already on the email list because I'm gonna send the email out first to everybody that's on my list, and then I'm gonna start posting it on Facebook. Okay, so if you go to coachescloset.com, you hit the button, you get the free meditation. Okay, don't cost you nothing. I'm trying to give y'all the world. You know what I'm saying? I paid a lot to get that meditation. Very necessary. Thank you, Iris. You're absolutely right.
I'll be there. That's for sure. Okay. I don't know. I was trying to scroll for some questions. I didn't see a lot of questions, so I think everyone's absorbing this information. I see you're dressing your candles. I'm about to dress mine as well. I hope this has been helpful and informative for a lot of you. And yeah, just final thoughts. Get your natal chart done with Coach Kayer. If you're married, or in a relationship, get your partner's chart done. If you are looking to move things to that relationship, get that person's chart done. If you're starting a new relationship and you just want to see what the compatibility is, you can come to me for a relationship reading, oneritualway.com. I have a link on there specifically for relationship readings. Or if you just want to do a personal reading and figure out the type of person or where you should go or what you need to heal from. A lot of people have emotional blockages. You need some healing. You need some blockbuster. You need to work on yourself. before you even incorporate someone else into your space. And a lot of you are having failed relationships, or you're attracting the same person over and over and over again, which is not even about that person. And a lot of people, I had a conversation the other day, you're blaming that person. It's not the person, it's you. You need to clear away that blockage. You may need to heal from that relationship and move forward so you can have that happy and healthy love life, destiny, partnership, or whatever it is that you want, husband, wife, family, kids, the whole shebang, because you only have one life to live. It is very short, and you're put here to be prosperous, to be happy, and to be healthy. And we're here to help you with that. Kyra, do you have any final thoughts?
Sierra asked me a question, and I'm going to answer it. Sierra says, I have a question. So when you said you don't want a woman who what you consider whines and complains, what is she supposed to do?
Don't say
Is she
nothing.
supposed to keep in all is she supposed to keep in all that darkness and fester? When does communication come in? Relationships are not strictly about happiness. Sierra tried to mix four different things in one question, and that's okay. I'm an expert at this right here. So off the gate, um, I said by the time I get into a relationship, there's the discernment part first. So if she whines and complains, we don't have anything to communicate about
We won't be in a
because
relationship.
she hasn't been working. We're
Sorry.
not going to be in no relationship
Right.
because I can tell she hasn't been working on herself.
Hmm.
You know why women like Coach Khayr? Because he be working on himself. That's my number one thing they tell me. They be like, boy, you looking good. Did you get your face trimmed up? Did you lose some weight? Anything I do is a reflection that I've been working on myself. So whining and complaining is a reflection that somebody ain't been working on themselves. It's showing me that they in taking the wrong things. It's showing me that they hanging around the wrong people. It's showing me so much about them. It's showing me that they don't have any discipline. So why should I come down the mountain? I don't have to come down the mountain. They can climb up the mountain. They can have some discipline. They can have a work on better attitudes. That's not for me. And as me and Jasmine have talked about many times, Bebe's kids come from Bebe woman and Bebe man having sex. So there's a lot of whining and complainers out there who can get together and have a very argumentative and unhappy, dark, low life, whining and complaining relationship. I chose to raise my vibration. So I get to choose. I get to choose who I want to be in a relationship with, just like you. So when she asked me, I don't want a woman who doesn't whine and complain. You don't want a man who goes upside your head. So what you trying to say? So if the man so if I'm supposed to take a woman who whines and complain, are you supposed to take a man who's into domestic violence? No, you're gonna choose. You're gonna see how that is. So if you're in a relationship and you're whining and complaining and you say your man don't want to hear it, then what is these things? He's not the one for you to whine and complain to. He's the leader. He's the one, he's the protector. He's out there fighting for you and you whining and complaining to him. He already got to do all this other stuff to stay alive on a daily basis and you going to whine and complain to him? Or that means you also got whining and complaining in your womb. So I want happy womb. I'm a happy womb seeker. The honey pot need to be sweet. Whining and complaining has the honey pot tainted. Got that salty taste. I don't want that salty taste. I want that mango, papaya, pineapple taste. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, and communication comes in with the sister who can express a little bit of discipline. In a relationship, both of us must express discipline. So I can't be the only one expressing discipline, and then I get to just stay all love and light, and then you get to come in here with your darkness. Oh no, no, no! Take that down the road. You see what I'm saying? And that's because um there's certain things that you ain't supposed to tolerate. Some people, some women, some of you women have been in relationships too long, sleeping with the enemy, tolerating bad sex because you ain't want to say nothing. That ain't on me. That ain't on me. Open your mouth.
Right.
Open your mouth, or put your track shoes on. Oh, she says you misunderstood me. The things you consider whining and complaining, I'm wait a minute, things you consider whining and complaining. I'm conflicted. See, where I'm in life, I know that the things I don't like in other people are things I should be working on within myself. Does that make sense? Absolutely. But there's three reflections. There's three reflections. There's past, present, and potential. But I'm not getting ready to go to my partner who I'm going to be on a journey with, and we're going to do bad magic. Whining and complaining is bad magic. All invocations come from the throat. So if I allow you to come into my temple with whining and complaining, and you're a woman who has stronger magic than me, you can't do that. You can't come up in my altar space whining and complaining and profanity and venting and all that. Do that outside. There's a place for it, not a person. You can whine and complain outside to a tree. You know what I'm saying? You can whine and come. You can go get you a dog. You can go to the zoo. But when you get to me, I want to hear exactly what you want to hear. You shouldn't tolerate whining and complaining from your man. You shouldn't tolerate that from anybody. That's an indicator. Whining and complaining is an indicator to move your feet. I'm gonna move my feet. I ain't gonna sit there and keep going. What the song say? Ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life. Uh, how can you live your best life when you are around somebody who is contaminating your environment? I'm not contaminating my environment. There's no pork in my refrigerator. There's no kale in this house. I consider those things contaminants. They won't come in here. There ain't no drugs in this house. You feel what I'm saying? Everything in here is juicy. People come to my house and say, oh, the energy, the energy. When I go to Jasmine's house, I say, I don't gotta say nothing. I can't talk. I can't even talk this. But you can go someplace. I remember when Jasmine first moved in, she could feel the whining and complaining coming up through the floor. She had to hot foot everybody to get them up out of there because the whining and complaining was everywhere. Don't let you listen. Protect your joy at all cost. That's the number one rule. Protect your joy at all costs because joy is the bridge of all magic. Joy is the bridge of all magic. If you got an attitude and you salty and you whining and complaining, these deities, my gods won't even work with me. My ancestors will be like, hey, 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 take 52 fake out, player. No, I done came too far. Remember that old song? I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe they brought me this far to leave me. You got to put discipline on you got to put discipline as a part of your spiritual practice. You got to have discipline in you got to have discipline in your relationship. If you lack discipline, then because you're going to be like, well, this is whining and complaining is a form of communication. Or it's a form of contamination. You understand? There's a difference. There's a difference. So I really hope that you get my point, and maybe you would like to talk about it or something. But or maybe you just had a reflection right now about your own personal magic. That'll destroy your GPS, man. I'm not going in the winding and direction way. I'm not going in that way.
And you know what? We didn't even touch on gratitude, especially in love relationships. So many people reflect on they miss the you have to manifest from gratitude. Your relationships come from gratitude. For those of you that want to have a happy, healthy relationship, you want that ring, you want them babies, you want that car, you want that house, you want that partner, male, female. It needs to come from a place of gratitude and not gratitude for, not even, let's just take it back. I'm not even talking about gratitude for that person. You need to be grateful for that person and maybe the things that everyone, there may be some things that kind of, you're like, hmm. That's different. It may ruffle your feathers. You need to be grateful for things about that person that ruffles your feathers. But you need to go back, way back. Back it up like you left something. You need to be grateful for the minute things. How many of you actually wake up every morning and say thank you for waking up? How many people actually, when your eyes open, I do this every morning and I can say this because it is the truth. Every morning when I wake up, I say thank you to the infinite divine creator because I woke up today. That means I have another opportunity, another day, not to live my life. I have another day to be grateful. Without gratitude, you have nothing. People are so,
And the opposite of,
they're whining and complaining. If you're whining and complaining, you're not coming from a place of gratitude. There's no room for gratitude and whining and complaining. There's no place of gratitude and a disgruntled relationship. If you and your, first of all, if you're single, it's because you're ungrateful. If your relationship is failing, it's because you're ungrateful. If you haven't had sex by default, not by choice, because some people have sex, not have sex by choice. If nobody wants to have sex with you, because you're an ungrateful person, because you don't appreciate that sex. You don't appreciate that person. You don't appreciate that individual's energy being a part of your life. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect, but I'm grateful. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? If
I do.
anything that you do not have in your life is because you're not grateful for it. How can you have something that you're not grateful for because you don't have it? You have to be grateful for it first. Gratitude starts with your eyeballs opening up in the morning. And if you're not grateful for oxygen, I don't care how you got here, whether you were a love child, whether you came through a rape, whether you stole a body and you're a walk-in, I don't care how you got here, but you're here and you need to be grateful. A lot of people are angry. There's a lot of spirits that are here and they're angry. They're here. They don't want to be here. They didn't choose to be here. Some stole to be here. Some came here. Some woke up and like, how the hell did I get here? I woke up and I was like, what the? I'm back again. Okay, well, here we go again. That's okay though, because I like food and I like my wine, so I don't mind being here. But some people don't want to be here. But you're not great. You're not grateful for the smallest little thing. You're late to work. You're angry. You don't have a job. You're angry. You do have a job, you're angry. You're single, you're angry. You have a husband, you're angry. You can't get pregnant, you're angry. You've been pregnant too many times, you're angry. You eat food, you're angry. You don't have food, you're angry. You're not grateful. Gratitude. Gratitude and action. Gratitude and action. And that's another thing. And this may be a little to the left. I'm assuming all of you have seen The Secret. Or you've listened to it. Yes. If you haven't, you need to. All of you have seen or listened to The Power on audiobook. It's free. Yes. If you haven't, you need to. And I'm going to put this as a disclaimer. If you haven't watched The Secret, read The Secret, or listened to The Power, don't schedule a reading with me until you have. Because what I want to coach you on, you're not going to get it. So if you schedule a reading with me, if you want to consult, do not come in my inbox asking me anything. If your sentence doesn't start with, I've read The Secret, I listened to The Power, or I have the magic, I don't want to hear from you. And those people that have the magic know what I'm talking about by Rhonda Burns. So, because my inbox is going to be flooded tonight, and then I'm going to be reiterating the same thing. Buy the magic on Amazon, listen to The Power on audiobook, and The Secret is on Netflix for free. If you don't do one of those three, I'm not responding to your messages. That's number one. Gratitude and action. And the one thing about The Secret talks about how to manifest things, but you have to do it. That love partner is not going to knock on your door. It's not going to be the FedEx man. However, I do know someone that actually married the UPS guy, but that was her karma. That was in her natal chart. Okay. Action. You can burn 1,000 candles. You can get 100 readings. You can go to every practitioner from here to who knows where. You can pay me all the money you want. I'm not a miracle worker. You're not a miracle worker. If there's not going to be action from a place of gratitude, nothing is going to work. A lot of people's ego, their ego, your ego, and ego is natural. We're born with it. But a lot of people want things to satisfy the ego, and it's not from a place of gratitude. You're not humble. And you wonder why your candles don't work. You wonder why little bit comes, but things don't come. Your intentions are off. You're not on your destiny. You're not on your path. You haven't got your natal chart done. You don't know where. You're just skipping in. You're going over here, over there. I want this, I want that. Or in relationships, especially, the main thing I get with, especially with reconciliation spells, people don't really want the partner back. Their ego is bruised. They got dumped. They want to bring them back to feel wanted, to dump them again, just to prove that, oh, you want me now and I don't want you. You know how many spells I've done that have not worked? That have not worked. I'm not talking about the spells that have worked. The spells that I've done that have worked, they're engaged. They're married. My clients are, I've been to 3 weddings this year as a result of my spells because their intentions were right. But those of you that want reconciliation spells, because I want them back because they dumped me. And once I get them back, I'm going to make them chase me. I want them to work for me. And then you get them and then you dump them, or you don't get them at all because your intentions are wrong, because you were never grateful for that person to begin with. You were never grateful for what they offered. Maybe they didn't offer it. Who cares? They didn't pay your bills. You weren't grateful for the friendship. You weren't grateful for the relationship. You weren't grateful for yourself. You weren't grateful for what you had to offer. And that's why you're in the situation that you're in. That's why you're watching this video right now. Because you wouldn't be watching this. You'd be in a hot tub in Aruba with your honey bun, having good sex, not listening to us. Gratitude is the key to success. A lot of people say, I'm grateful, I'm positive, I'm a good person. Those are the people that need to go back and reassess yourselves, because you're not. You don't know what gratitude is. If you did, you wouldn't be watching them, because you'd be a billionaire. You would be the CEO of Facebook, not watching a Facebook Live. And I'm going to leave that where it is. I already have enough. I already have enough good and you know, people have their opinions about me in my inbox, and that's okay. I love them too. I'm grateful for those messages too. I love all y'all.
Hey, what I just posted tonight, if you go back and look on my page, it says, I'm so appreciative of the people who claim that I irritate them because I'm living my authentic life while they're still running away from their truths. You know, people will get irritated at you when you live your authentic life. When you start living your authentic life, then you be in vibrational harmony with the person you're supposed to be with. When you counterfeit, not on your GPS, you will attract somebody else who's counterfeit, not on their GPS, period. And my last piece about the whining and complaining, Sierra wants to think that I'm not going to listen. I am the best listener on the planet as far as the men are representative. There's some poor listeners out here, but I worked on my skill of listening. But I also am not going to, I know my role too of discernment. You're not going to contaminate me in the name of me listening. You see what I'm saying? You ain't going to just come in here and just say whatever. So I love to listen when we talking, like, because I'm looking for you to seed me. Like when you whine and complain, you're seeding my consciousness. So when I say wonderful things to you, if you look and you think that you're whining and complaining and somebody should listen to you, then you have to look and see, go back and evaluate your own self and be like, you know, what's making me whine and complain? And why am I holding on to these things that are making me whine and complain? Are you talking about Donald Trump? Are you talking about what somebody else said on Facebook? Are you talking about the police and gun violence? Why are you even giving that your energy? Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That gratitude shows me the direction that I am directing my energy. Whining and complaining shows me the direction somebody is letting someone else direct their energy.
Mm-hmm.
I love Kanye West. I love Donald Trump. I love all the stuff that's going around because I can turn it on and off when I feel like it. Whenever I feel like it. That's power. And I don't but I couldn't have that power if I wasn't full of gratitude. Oh my Lord, have mercy. I'm gratitude about people who misunderstand me. I'm I have gratitude when I don't have as much money as I want. I have gratitude when I'm late for something. When my candles burn out and I don't have other candles to put back up there yet. I'm still grateful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's genuine.
So yes.
It's very genuine, and that's, people will say they're great. I'm grateful I have a job. I'm grateful for my house. Are you grateful for the things that you don't have? You're, yes, be grateful for the things that you do have. And the things that you don't have is not that you don't have them. They just haven't manifested in the physical. You actually have them. They're just not in the physical because you're not grateful for them. But that's a whole.
She says I think I'm here because I need to work with dark magic. People tell me I'm joy. I bring light wherever I go, but I feel the need to work with the darkness.
Okay.
You better resist that.
Well, no. Let me just say this. There
Go
is
ahead, you can handle it. You can handle that. Go ahead. You handle that one. You handle that
there
one right there.
is there's no such thing as light or dark magic. Let me just be very clear. People, number one, dark magic comes from ABC, Disney, and Hollywood. Okay. There is no such thing as dark magic. There is no such thing as light magic. That's what Halloween and all this bullshit that you see on TV. You want to turn on channel ABC or wherever you are. You want to watch those old Charmed and the Witches of Eastwick and all that bullshit. Yeah, you can follow that. There is no such thing as black magic or white magic. It is energy. It is all energy. Now you can call it what you want to call it. Some people are uncomfortable with the word witchcraft. You know what witches are? Witches are healers. Witches are women that went out into the woods and they collected herbs and they made essential oils and they healed sickness and they said incantations and they prayed and they grew crops and they blessed people. That's what a witch is. I'm a witch and I have no problem claiming it. If a witch is if witch is darkness, then I'm a dark witch. There is no black magic, there is no white magic. And when people say that, I want to re-educate them on their ignorance. It is all energy. What you choose to do with that energy determines what side of the spectrum it falls on. And let me break that down for you a little bit clearer. If you're burning a candle to get a job to feed your family and your kids, we'll call that white magic if somebody needs a color to identify with. Your fluffy magic. Energy is energy. Now, if you're going out and and here's a good example. You're hexing somebody because they pissed you off. You're hexing your coworker because you don't like them, because your boss talked to you in this way that you feel you shouldn't be talked to. Well, you shouldn't work there. Run your own company. Then maybe that's dark magic. You know what I mean? What you choose to do with it determines what end of the spectrum it falls on. So for those of you white witches that think you can put a hex on your coworker because you don't like her, guess what? That's dark magic if we're going to label it. So you're not a white witch. In fact, you're an evil witch. I'm just saying. Do not get hung up in black, white, or stereotypes. If you're going to practice your magic and do that shit with integrity and do it with confidence and do it and don't feel any type of way. Work your magic, but don't go hide behind a color. Don't go hide behind, oh, I'm just doing a little white love spell, so it's okay. I'm just going to do a little, I don't like my coworker, so I'm just going to do a little shut up spell, but I'm not hexing her. I just don't want her to talk about me, so it's okay. No, 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 no. And if I can dive a little deeper for those of you that wonder, do spells backfire? Yes, they do. If you are doing something, if your intentions are not right, and I don't have to go into that, you know if your intentions are right or not. We're all grown here. And some of you may feel, your ego may feel justified, but you know your intentions ain't right. Will it backfire? Is there a possibility? Absolutely. Can a spell that is justified backfire? Most definitely. You know why? Because everything doesn't call for spell work. Everything doesn't call for magic. Is there a spell for everything? Yes. Do you have to burn a candle on everything? No. People come to me and they come to me for every. My boss yelled at me, can I burn a candle? My thumb hurts, can I burn a candle? My kid isn't acting right, can I burn a candle? My baby daddy didn't pay child support, can I burn a candle? Woo! Y'all need to calm down. Y'all want to burn candles on everything. Your hair ain't growing, can I burn a candle? I'm overweight, can I burn a candle? Some stuff requires, you have to work. You got to go to work. You got to get along. You got to discipline your kid. You got to put some root stimulator on. Some things require you to work. You cannot just fall into magic and think magic's going to solve everything. Spell work is not a miracle solution. It is not the end all, make all. And it's not a band-aid. It is a support system to bring about the things that you want, but you still got to work for it, because guess what? You can burn 100 love candles, but if you don't go outside your house, you ain't never gonna meet nobody. I talk to women today and I tell them, you know what, maybe you should do online dating. They're like, online dating, I'm not gonna do Tinder, I'm not gonna do POF, I'm not gonna do Match.com or eHarmony. Well, guess what? You're gonna be single then, honey bun. If you ain't gonna put on some lipstick and walk outside, he ain't gonna knock at your door. You feel me? If your ass does a spell to get a job and you show up late every day and you get fired, it wasn't the spell that backfired, sweetheart. You didn't do your job. It's not that your boss doesn't like you. You didn't handle your responsibility. People need to take responsibility for their shit. I know, Kyrie, you don't curse, but I'm cursing tonight because people need to.
I don't curse in my altar room. I don't curse in my altar room.
I'm doing a video.
I don't curse in here where I'm at.
You have to understand that you cannot use spiritual work as a band-aid. You cannot use it as a muscle. You cannot use it as this thing to hide behind. And I'm just going to burn my candles and everything's going to happen. You have to put in work. And you also have to understand, what are your intentions behind what you are doing? Is what you're doing coming from the right place? I have worked with individuals and I've done spell work for people and they're like, the spell didn't work. It's not that the spell didn't work. It's not that I didn't do the spell. It's that your intentions were wrong from the first place. I told you that in the beginning. And hey, I'm here to do the work. I'm not here to produce the results. If your intentions are wrong, you may not get the results, or you may get them, or they may backfire. Even if your intentions are right, they may backfire. I know someone who had good intentions for her spell work, but it backfired in a very detrimental way. Love spells, especially, love spells are the biggest ones. Those are a very touchy subject. A lot of people think, I'm going to do a love spell because they're supposed to be with me. Yeah, that's what you think. And 6 months from now, they're not with you. You want to know what happened. When you lose that baby, you want to know what happened. They wasn't for you. So woo. That old black Church. Magic, white magic, no, take that out of your brain, take that out of your vocabulary, and don't even message me about that. It's what you do with the magic, and be real with yourself. You ain't gotta tell nobody. Be real with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Please don't lie to yourself. A lot of people lie to themselves to justify what they're doing. Is what you're doing justifiable? Are you trying to do something to better a situation, or are you trying to do something to manipulate a situation that's really not for you, but you want it to be for you? Ask yourself that question and make the decision, and let the chips fall where they may. And that's just it. And a lot of you, if we're going to put a label on it, a lot of you are practicing black magic, and you may not know it, or you just may be in denial because you feel like it's, but I want what I want. Yeah, well, if you're manipulating a person, place, or thing, and let's just be real straight here, if you're doing spiritual work to manipulate another person's free will, if we're going to label it, that's black magic, honey. If you need a color, yeah, that's black magic. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I could go on and on and on forever with that, but people have, they get it really twisted. And it is witchcraft. A lot of people, even my cousins, like, I don't like that word witchcraft. I say it's magic. No, magic, witchcraft, whatever, call it what you want to call it. It's energy. You're using tools to manipulate energy. Maybe witchcraft is too much of a strong word for you. That's okay. You can, make it light and fluffy and cotton candy it if you want to, but this is what you're doing. And as far as I'm concerned, hey, if you can't ride on the broom, then you can't hang with the big girls.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Sorry for you.
Or the big dogs.
Yeah.
Or the big dogs. Right. And see, she just keep digging a hole. She talking about yin and yang, white and black. I'd like to remind you, especially you Nubian, you black folks who like to go grab the Asian culture, and you forget the line in the middle is the most important. The yin and the yang aren't the most important. Those are distractions. It's the line in the middle. It's a line in the middle, So that's my piece on it. I really ain't gonna, like I said, I already told you I ain't gonna be going back and forth with folks out here like that. Anyway, off the rip,
I'm
because
I'm 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 with you. I mean, what time is it? It's about time for me to sit down with my ancestors. But yeah, I hope this is helpful. I hope this has answered some questions. I hope y'all have a better understanding of when you're dealing with someone in a relationship, where you should start. Don't start with, you can start with the phone number and the first date, but after that first date, you need to get a natal chart and a tarot reading done. And if you don't, then hey, you're going to be spending a lot of money on candles that you might want to invest that money in something else. I'm just saying.
get your GPSs fixed. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. You can get in contact with Coach Khayr. You can go over to coachkastrategy.info to get you a reading. The full consultation comes with spiritual destiny and your relationship science, relationship language, and financial projection. Okay, you get all three of those with the full consultation, or you can just get the relationship language, or you can just get the spiritual destiny. Some of y'all need to work on spiritual destiny and don't even, and then come back later for some relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because you got so much stuff that you got to deprogram. You got so much stuff to deprogram right now that you don't even really need to be like adding nothing to nothing else. Like, just deal with the relationships that you already got. So that's coachkastrategy.info. And your kids. I do consultations for kids too. Okay? That means under 18. If they 21, they still stay at home, they're an adult. That they're gonna pay full price. Okay. Um, I also have an astrology course for those real witches who really want to take it to the next level. I have a course that's designed for the babies and people who really want to practice serious witchcraft. Keep it simple astrology course.info. But the Coach K astrology, you just scroll down to the bottom and it's right there too. Um, if you want to take the Prosperity 365 GPS course that I just did 3 weeks ago, please go to Coach K Live because I am the livest. Okay, go to CoachKLive.com. You can get that. Discount code is CK10 for Coach K. CK10 for your discount code. And then tomorrow I'm having the webinar at 5 o'clock. That's why I better go ahead and take my butt to bed so I can get up in the morning and set all that up because
For
it won't be
sure.
tonight. I won't be sitting it up tonight.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I know it's super late on the East Coast where you are. It's late here. I really appreciate you. I do want to we'll get back together for another one. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for watching this. And Kyer, I will call you tomorrow and we'll be in
Okay, that
contact.
works.
You over there dressing in candles. In fact, I'm gonna call you in a little bit. I want to talk to you about some other stuff. But to everybody else, good night, good night, good night, my loves. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll talk to you soon.